We don't make a big deal about it, but virtually everything you're seeing today, CoQ10, ChocoNuvo, the Ultimate Friendly Flora, they all, if we weren't the manufacturer, they all would have sold out earlier. So we've been, it's a testament to everyone in Henderson, Nevada, who's doing everything we need to do to make sure that it isn't even a blip, it isn't even a hiccup, that even though the volumes today are more than expected, we just make sure we get it done and we get it to you.
Again, like I said last night when we launched at midnight, there is nobody I have ever met, no business I've ever witnessed or experienced that does what Andrew and his team at ProCaps do. And I will tell you, in all these years, I still stand by the greatest breakthrough, the single greatest innovation I have ever presented is this gourmet chocolate. This is the tastiest, most delicious gourmet chocolate you've ever tried in your life. But oh, by the way, it's also going to be healthier for you, help to lower your cholesterol. Andrew, there is gourmet chocolate and then there's ChocoNuvo.
No, it's funny when you're saying that. It's the same thing that gave rise to this formula. Probably almost burnt down my house as a child several times. Like the chemistry set I had at home.
I can only imagine.
I was like a little mad scientist at the age of probably 7 or 8 or 9. But this was a perfect example of me taking chocolate, heating it up at the house, and then adding plant sterol esters, because I thought plant sterol esters could act like the fat in milk chocolate, so I could take super healthy dark chocolate, because milk chocolate isn't as healthy. Dark chocolate is healthy. So what I wanted to do was create the texture and mouthfeel of milk chocolate and dark chocolate. Also, if that ingredient worked, that ingredient happens to lower cholesterol. So how amazing would that be? I would solve the taste and texture problem of dark chocolate, and I'd make what is already incredibly healthy. Dark chocolate is the richest source of protective compounds we could eat on any given day. I would take that food, I'd make it more delicious, and also lower cholesterol, lower total cholesterol, LDL. And it was a silly idea. I melted it all, I mixed it all together, and then of course, actually it was in the microwave. I left it in the microwave and forgot about it for a few days. And then finally, there's this beaker in the microwave with hardened chocolate. I'm like, what the heck is that? And then I realized it was my experiment from a few days ago, and the chocolate was amazing. So that was the beginnings of ChocoNuvo, that silly little experiment at the house. And certainly, we've perfected it to the point where whether it's 91%, which is almost pure cacao, which is for most people pretty nasty, our 91% melts in your mouth. Creamy. Our 74%, yeah, it's creamy. We have it right here. Where's the, is that a 90? That's the 91.
It's the dark one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's even looking at our 91%, 91% should be kind of dry, and our 91% is shiny.
Yes.
So it's, it's amazing. I mean, just for a 91% chocolate to be in my mouth and melt in my mouth and have that texture of milk chocolate is just insane.
And Andrew, to that point, remember, as you always say, a taste product, we're all very particular, especially when it comes to chocolate. There are 3,283 reviews with the vast majority perfect 5 stars. This is a tradition.
Almost 80% perfect 5 stars.
Which is unheard of in the food world.
For just in the food world, plus in America, I knew this was going to be an uphill struggle.
Yeah.
Americans love milk chocolate and white chocolate.
Yes.
It's kind of the healthier ones among us who have a palate for dark chocolate. But even then, the American palate for dark chocolate, we don't like the sharp, bitter chocolate. We like rich dark chocolate, but not the sharp, bitter chocolate. That's a little harder to satisfy. And so our dark chocolate comes from South and Central America, where the dark chocolate tends to be dark and rich, but not with that sharp flavor that Americans don't like. And then you add the plant sterol esters, which behave just like milk fat, and you end up with a dark chocolate and what's hard to believe, I thought our 91% when we originally did it, it would be about 5% of orders.
Right.
Because it's just for people who really want the dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Because it's so creamy for a 91% chocolate, it's only a little bit behind 74 as the most popular. The 66, which emulates milk chocolate, oddly enough, that's the least popular. So it's probably about 50% in the, almost 50% in the 74, probably about 35 to 40% in the 91, and then about 25%, 25% in the 66. So then they're all remarkable. And then each one, you could choose a cafe version as well, where that's another one where, again, me being sort of the silly scientist, first we were trying all these fancy ways to get like cafe liqueur and cafe flavor into our chocolate. Then I just had a really silly idea. One day I was grinding up some coffee beans at the house, and I'm like, why don't we just do that?
Yeah.
Let's just grind up some of the best coffee beans in the world and make sure they're organic and fair trade, and just blend them in with the chocolate and see what happens. Miraculous. And that's how our cafe is made today. Not a little hand grinder, but same idea. So it just shows how, what I always say, follow Mother Nature and then get out of her way, and it's amazing how simple it is to develop products.
It goes away during the summer months because, of course, shipping chocolate in warm weather is hard to do. Folks, we're wrapping this up now. This is the only day of the year to get ChocoNuvo, our most successful food product of all time. Of all the brands, of all the foods, this chocolate is our most popular and most highly reviewed of all time. Let me show you the pricing. Only for you, only for today. 30, 60, 180 or 360 servings. That's a special size. That also goes away after the today's special is over. Gourmet chocolate, you go to the mall, you go to the gourmet chocolate shop, you know how much you spend when you buy it a la carte. $289.90, that's respectable. We're at $149.90, saving as much as we're spending at $140 saving. That's huge.
And that's about, what is that, about per square at $149, that's about 40 cents a square.
Right.
So 40 cents a square, when you look at typical squares for the holidays and things, they can be $1 or $2 for exotic chocolates.
All day long.
There's no more exotic chocolate than ours, plus our exotic chocolate is also organic. And the reason why organic is important with chocolate, when you eat like seeds and nuts and beans, and it's a cocoa bean, remember, it's actually similar to a legume. It tends to concentrate that which is in the environment. So you want to make sure that the environment for the cocoa beans you're eating is a healthy environment. That's why they're organic. Fair trade. Cocoa beans come from impoverished areas of the world. For many centuries, decades, those areas of the world weren't particularly well treated. So when it's fair trade, you know that those cocoa beans were the people who are growing them, which really do the heavy lifting, the hard work, that they're treated fairly. So that's why it's organic, that's why it's fair trade. And again, despite our adding cholesterol, and cholesterol would cost about 20 or 30 cents a capsule on its own. You get the equivalent of one capsule in each chocolate square. So it means the chocolate, if you consider the value of cholesterol, the chocolate costs about $0.10 a square. So, and what's great about the addition of the cholesterol, it only makes the chocolate taste better. It only gives it better texture and mouthfeel. And as I've said, and I've still failed to do this, because I'm always so excited about the cholesterol-lowering benefits, the heart-healthy benefits. I say one day I'm only going to talk about how great this tastes. Because I think the moment I start talking about health benefits, people go, well, it's a healthy product. It's probably okay, but it's not going to be great chocolate like the decadent chocolate I have at the house.
You're wrong.
This is decadent chocolate. In fact, that word is used frequently in the reviews. And as I said before, the most commonly used word in the reviews is love. And talking about how much they love the product. So it's an opportunity not just to lower your total and LDL cholesterol, it's an opportunity to introduce the richest source of protective compounds in your diet, because chocolate, dark chocolate, is the richest source of protective compounds you'll find in the human diet. So you get that, and it's low in sugar. I have a little chart here that emphasizes that. And I like to skip to the second chart, because fruit tends to have more sugar. Let's look at vegetables, which tend to have less sugar. When you look at that, you see at the very top is the levels of sugar present in ChocoNuvo per square. 1.8, 1.4, or as little as a half a gram, less than half a gram in 91. And that could be labeled as 0 if we chose.
There you go.
But then you look at foods that we know have really low levels of sugar, and 25 calories of tomatoes has 3.8 grams, cauliflower 2 grams, even cucumber 2.8 grams, And again, ChocoNuvo in all cases has less. So that's, if you want something to have with every meal that becomes a perfect dessert, that's the richest source of protective compounds in that meal, no matter how healthy that meal was. Yep. Also, when you have it with a meal, will help to lower your total and LDL cholesterol and help to reduce your risk of heart disease. I think it's the easiest decision in the world, and when we do a Today Special like this, the pricing also becomes absolutely crazy. And again, this is something we make, so it's something we've worked on very hard to make incredibly economical.
It is, and it will be the greatest item you ever bought from HSN, the greatest discovery you ever got from HSN, because the chocolate satisfies if you've got a sweet tooth, it satiates, it's beautiful in terms of the mouthfeel, it's creamy, it melts in your mouth. Oh, and by the way, it's good for you. Let's go on an adventure and order this. If you get it home and you open it up, right, listen to me. You open it up and you take a bite of it and you don't love the way it tastes, call us and we'll organize that refund for you. But you've got to try this, because when you taste it, you'll say, oh my goodness, this is chocolate. I can share it with friends and family over the holidays. It's the perfect time of year. And I know that maybe it's an after dinner treat or it's something on the go, maybe at work. You feel happy and you feel really excited that what you just did was a good decision rather than that candy bar, which is not always the best decision. Remember, this is the last live hour, so we're wrapping up all these today's specials. If you were ever going to buy ChocoNuvo in 2023, you would buy it in this very moment in time, because at this moment it is the lowest price of the whole year, with 15,000 sold and only a few minutes now left. Most people, as always with the Today Specials, are going for the larger sizes because it represents the biggest value. Honestly, the savings are apparent, but the truth is it's priceless. Andrew mentioned you can choose the percentage of cacao, 66, 74, or 91, or you can also choose cafe, which is that coffee version. If you love the taste of coffee, you'll love the cafe version. But I reiterate, we're all very particular about the things that we eat, especially when it comes to chocolate. Let me read again. 3,283 reviews, again, 85, 90%, virtually all perfect 5 stars, gives you some idea. And out of all the years that you've been watching HSN, all the food you have ever seen, nothing is more highly reviewed than ChocoNuvo. Andrew, the value of that should help inspire confidence in all of us, because it's beloved.
Well, it's a product that, unlike most products out there, I think we rarely encounter a product, that's what I always say about our reviews, that most times we're a little disappointed. So we kind of go in thinking of products, maybe they'll still be good, but it won't quite perform the way we anticipated. Yep. So when my products outperform, I try to underpromise and overdeliver. When they do that, I think people feel compelled to write reviews, which is why we have more than 100,000 reviews. They average 4.7 stars at hsn.com. So it's pretty remarkable, but we'll read some reviews now. And I just grabbed a whole bunch at random, and I wish I could read all of them because they're exciting. Yeah. They're impressive. I'm not sure why the reviews are always crooked here today. I don't know if it's the camera's crooked or I'm crooked. Who knows? but here we go. They're too good. And these are, remember, this is our chocolate we're talking about, our healthy chocolate. I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate. Most Americans aren't. But I love milk chocolate. So this is smart. I purchased the 91% from Andrew because I wanted the health benefits without the temptation to eat too much. They figured they wouldn't like the 91 because they like milk chocolate. Right. And 91 is almost pure cacao. Yes. Well, that didn't work. This is absolutely delicious. The flavor and texture is just amazing. But I have to say, as a person who usually eats almost a whole bag of Hershey's Kisses, I eat 2 squares of this and I'm totally satisfied and happy. Thanks, Andrew, for keeping me healthy and satisfied. It doesn't get any better than that. Well, that gave me chills.
That's a love letter right there, yep.
Best stuff ever. Healthy dark chocolate, ugh, tastes like milk chocolate, yay. Helps reduce cholesterol, winner. Andrew, you rock. It really does taste like milk chocolate. Also helps curb my chocolate cravings, so satisfying. You don't need to eat a whole bag. I recommend to everyone who will listen. Thank you for all your great products. Amazingly good. I had the other flavors of ChocoNuvo, and the container was about half full. I caught Andrew on the air, and ChocoNuvo Cafe was offered. I wasn't sure about coffee-flavored chocolate, but Andrew's description made me think it was worth a try.
Right.
I'm so glad I did. This is now my favorite, so I only ask that Andrew make enough to have stock available. We struggled with stock on that at first. Love it. As a chocoholic, which we have a lot of reviews from chocoholics, this is wonderful chocolate. I'm looking forward to reordering when Andrew is back. I am 74, and my doctor said for the first time in my life that my cholesterol is slightly elevated. I won't know for another year when I go back if this helps, but in the meantime, I'm loving eating it. It will help. I have 2 in the afternoon, as I'm used to having a sweet treat at that time. Yep. Anyway, I don't want to eat chocolate after breakfast as recommended. What can I say? Love. I always stock up on this so that I never run out. I get them for my mom as well. I like them frozen, so they're very cold. She likes the 91% very dark. I like the 74% best until ChocoNuvo came out. Coffee granules in it. I even like the 66, more like milk chocolate. Tastes fantastic. All of them are creamy, not chalky, and it lowers your cholesterol, which is an added benefit. You can't go wrong with any type of ChocoNuvo. All are delicious. Delicious. Love them. What a great discovery. The ChocoNuvo Cafe takes Andrew Lessman's treats to a new level. We started with a small order, then ordered 180 pieces, and now just ordered the largest 360 count because we don't want to run out. My husband and I try to avoid sugar, so these are amazing for us and delicious. We have a couple of pieces every day as our special treat. Love them. Addicted to ChocoNuvo. My health is very good. My diet is 70% veggies and fruits. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't use medications. My cholesterol is low. Well, why are they taking this, right? But regular chocolate is made with milk and is loaded with sugar. I want to stay away from the dangers of sugar. So when I tried ChocoNuvo, I realized I had found a treasure.
Great word for it. Yeah.
It is so good. It has little sugar, no milk, and a great taste. What else could I ask for? Decadently healthy. This ChocoNuvo is terrific. I got the 74% dark chocolate, and it tastes better than other more expensive brand chocolates, and it should. So decadently healthy, too. This has helped me manage my cholesterol. I like the new packaging, too. Chocolate lover's dream. I am in love with this chocolate. My healthy chocolate. It is also the most delicious. I've been ordering this large size for about 2 years now. I stock up every 6 months so I don't run out over the summer.
Right.
I can only have a measured amount of healthy sweet stuff in my diet. These are so low in carbs that I can have 2 pieces every night after dinner. They are healthy, yummy, and I'm totally addicted. Decadent, addicted, love. You won't be sorry. Try them from Meggie in New York. Delectably delicious. Congratulations, Andrew Lessman, on another stellar product. The ChocoNuvo Cafe has a super creamy texture and rich chocolate taste. The crunch puts it over the top delicious. Kudos from Wendeloo in North Carolina. Very good. Most high percent chocolates I have tried in the past have been very hard, we were talking about, and or kind of chalky tasting. This is not like that at all. ChocoNuvo tastes great and has a very nice consistency. From Ann in Texas. We'll do one more. I love this chocolate. Best dark chocolate I've ever had. I make sure I have plenty so I don't run out. So creamy, I'm totally addicted. Thank you, Andrew. One more. Creamy, dreamy, peace of mind. I'm a chocoholic, another. We had 3 of those already. Yet one piece of Andrew's 74% ChocoNuvo satisfies me. It is very creamy on the palate, not the fingers. It's more expensive. What is that they say, melts in your mouth? It's more expensive than other products. Not today. It's really far less expensive, but the added cholesterol makes this a creamy, dreamy, peace of mind product. That's like a great slogan there.
Yes, creamy and dreamy. Well, I mean, that's convincing. I mean, we read maybe 12, 13 reviews there, and these are love letter reviews. I hope you're curious to try it. Again, we're bringing it to an end right now, obviously with our final Live Today special presentation with Andrew. We have all the options available in terms of serving size. The largest size is exclusive to the Today Special. Andrew, final words on this one.
Yeah, and both, whether it's CoQ10, Friendly Flora, ChocoNuvo, we've been busily manufacturing it to make sure that we'll have enough but this will run out by the end of the day, and also it goes away. Anyhow, it goes away at midnight.
Well, thank you for all your orders here. We're going to head over this way one more time. So, Andrew, we've talked CoQ10, we've talked ChocoNuvo. This time of year, obviously,